up, guys? This is Adrian from Ride, and I'm really excited to show you the improvements we made to the 2017 CRF450R. We've also been working with the MotoConcepts race teams for the last couple of years, so we thought it'd be kind of fun to build a MotoConcepts / Ride Engineering hybrid bike. I just want to make it perfectly clear, this is not a $30,000 race bike. All the modifications we did to this bike, you can do it too for about $4,500. We even got Friese out here to spin a couple of laps on our test bike.
This is what it is. I'm trying to make a plan. I ain't never been around these lands, so hit up the weed, man. I don't smoke with
the first thing we did is we wanted better brakes. We added braided steel brake lines front and rear. We went up to our 270 solid wave rotor, which actually weighs the same as the stocker. And we added our billet brake caliper that gives you a little more braking power over a more progressive feel. Next, since this bike is kind of rigid, we decided to totally redesign the triple clamps. We wanted to make them flex much better, so that was our first goal. We wanted to make the bar position more comfortable, so we moved it down a little bit and forward a little bit. And the last thing we wanted to do is add our one-piece anti-twist bar mount, because this allows us to keep the rubber mounting feature that we like, yet they don't twist when you fall over in a minor crash. Now we needed to do something about the suspension. The stock settings aren't very good. And since Racetech's been working with MotoConcepts for quite a few years now, we asked them if they could help us out. They got our bike working well with new springs and different valving. But the one thing I still was kind of having a little trouble with was the balance. So we made a bunch of different pull rod lengths, and I'll tell you, the production one, it made a big difference in the balance of the bike. Now I can run a more typical 103, 104 millimeters of sag. The bike hooks up better, and the suspension's even more plush. Let's talk a little bit about the motor. Since I don't ride like Vince, I find myself in between gears a little bit. I tried adding a 1/2 bigger sprocket, and then it became a little too abrupt and hard to hold on to. So we decided to get our ignition remapped by Tokyo Mods, and then we were able to get our exhaust system from FMF, and that made a big difference. The bike has more power everywhere, and it pulls the stock gearing no problem. So for final drive, we used Pro Taper, and we also used their Evo bars. I really like their Evo bars because they have super comfortable bends, they flex really well, and they're among the lightest bars out there. Let's face it, we're all enthusiasts. We all like to make our bikes look cool. So let me go over the cosmetic modifications that we made. Our test bike's got over 25 hours on it, so UFO Plastics sent us a brand new plastics kit. MotoConcepts actually makes their own graphic kits. So we got a Brayton replica graphic kit, but we customized it with our own colors and our own sponsors. SDG took care of our seat, and we took our wheels to AHM Factory Services. They skimmed down our hubs and laced up these black rims for that factory look. The last new item I wanted to talk about is this piece we made to hold the clutch cable bracket in. You know, again, comparing it to our 2016 Husky 450 that had a hydraulic clutch, so we were looking for a better feel. So we made this little cable holder that goes onto the bottom of the cable clutch. Gave us a better feel because it doesn't have any flex. The last few tips I can give you is toss your stock chain guide for a TM Design Works. The stock one rubs on the sprocket. Pull the 2 bolts out of the back of the gas tank and get rid of them. And swap the R model motor mounts with the motor mounts from the RX. This will make the chassis more subtle when riding.
They got off with it cause the flow's so tight. I started in the left lane, switched to the right. Now I'm in my own lane all day, alright with it. I'm feeling like pot, all eyes on me.
I just got done riding the 2017 Honda 450, all the trick Ride Engineering parts on there. First off the bat, the bike felt awesome, you know, super stable, power was great. I think it's stock engine, just pipe and the ignition, and the brakes worked awesome. You know, the feel plus the power that you get from the brakes is really good, and you know, having the steel braided line and everything on the rear, riding outdoors in high-speed tracks like this, I tend to drag my brake a lot, so it held up good all day. All around, the bike seems stable, solid, a lot of power. It's not my race bike, but it's not too far off. You know, a few small adjustments, and I think we could be racing that bike.